everyone. So today's chapter is Psalms 21, and this is kind of a follow-up on Psalm 20. So if you remember from yesterday, Psalm 20 was basically David asking God for a victory before going into battle, and God granted them that victory. So Psalms 21 is a follow-up to that. And we could split this chapter into two parts. The first part will be more of the celebration and the thanksgiving that God has towards David. And the second part, David has an assurance and anticipation of victories that God will provide him. So in verses 8 through 13, it says, your hand will lay hold on all your enemies. Your right hand will seize your foes. When you appear for battle, you will burn them up as in a blazing furnace. The Lord will swallow them up in his wrath, and his fire will consume them. You will destroy their descendants from the earth, their posterity from mankind. Though they plot evil against you and devise wicked schemes, they cannot succeed. You will make them turn their backs when you aim at them with drawn bow. Be exalted in your strength, Lord. We will sing and praise your might. So at this time, David has kind of gotten the grasp and understood that God will provide for him when he has trust in him. And events in David's life have solidified that thought process. So how can we apply that today? There are a lot of young people that will question what God can really do for them. But that's just because young people, we're young in our spiritual walk and we have yet to see what God can do. But as you grow and mature in your spiritual walk and get closer to God, you have these past experiences to fall back on and be like, if God can do it for me then he can do it for me now. So the takeaway that I got from Psalm 21, and hopefully you guys can take away as well, is just trust God through the process of life. And the more experiences you have that God shows himself to you, and the more he delivers you from things, the more faith and assuredness we can have that if God has delivered us before, he is sure to do it again. I hope this was a blessing for you guys today. Have a good day.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope what you heard and what you saw was a blessing to you. For our challenge, I encourage you to think of 5 things that you're grateful for. And I encourage you, if you can, throughout this time to keep a thankful journal, writing each day the 5 things that you're thankful and grateful for. After you've written them down, whether on a journal, on your phone, maybe in a piece of paper somewhere, on a notebook, I encourage you to share those 5 things with someone, whether it be your spouse, your family, your kids, your neighbor, your coworker, on your social media posts, and say, hey, these are the 5 things I'm grateful for today. And after you do that, I want you to pray about those 5 things, and throughout the day, thank God for those 5 things. At the same time, we're also doing a challenge of being complaint-free for the next 30 days. If you have a wristband as the ones that we've provided for complaint-free, or maybe just a watch that you wear, and if at any point throughout the day you think of a negative thought or you have a complaint and are ungrateful, what you need to do is switch that band or that watch from one hand to the other. So let's say I have a negative thought. I'm switching the band on my right hand to my left hand. And so now every time I look down and I feel something's missing, I realize that, hey, it's on my other hand because I had a negative thought. Hopefully together, in these 30 days, we can learn to train our minds to not think negatively and to be grateful for all that God has done together.